Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Selena 101Q. Today is a very exciting day for me because I get to interview a really famous TikTok creator, Violetta. She has over 1 million followers. And what she does is she recreates a lot of Selena videos. She does a lot of content that honors the legacy of Selena. And it really caught my attention because as a fan myself, I always look at like the details, and she has it down to the T. She does the outfits, the makeup, the dancing, and I'm here for it, and that's why I'm here to interview. And I already told you that I want to do this in Spanish, but then I thought, my Spanish is not that good, so maybe we'll do Spanglish.
Oh, hello, Monica. For everybody who doesn't know, we just met. So
Yeah.
we're so excited to get this started, to chat about everything Selena and everything about content creation. I'm super, super happy to be here and to talk to your audience, Monica. So yeah, I'm just getting ready. And thank you for hyping me up. I feel like, oh my gosh, I feel I sound so special. She made me sound like
You are very special.
I'm not. But yeah, go ahead. I can't wait. I can't wait to get started.
Yes, and I want to give people a heads up. Like, I actually am recovering from COVID. I actually was having it really bad a few days ago. I had a fever. I'm still coughing. So if you find me coughing in this video, I'm going to try to edit it. It's not guaranteed, but just letting you guys know that I'm recovering. So for all those people that are recovering right now, I feel you.
Oh.
We're going to start with this interview, and I really hope you guys like this. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow Violetta on TikTok and on Instagram. I will make sure I have her information in the description. So, y si le gustan este video, por favor, suscríbanse a mi canal Selena 101Q. En la descripción voy a tener la información de Violetta. Síganla en TikTok, síganla en Instagram. Okay, Violetta.
It's so funny you mentioned that about the language because my English is not very good looking. So I have the opposite.
So did you initially learn English later in life?
Yes, so I'm originally from Lima, from Peru. And so I learned English. My dad forced me to learn English when I was about 12. So I was going to an academy after school so that I could learn English. And I was always thinking like, what am I doing this? This makes no sense. I didn't like it. And so I ended up teaching English for a little bit, which is hilarious because, I mean, if you hear my accent, it's pretty strong, but whatever. I was teaching English for a while over there, but it was very, very helpful for the time that I moved to the US, because even though I didn't know how to speak like a local right here, it was very hard at the beginning, but at least I could fend for myself. So but Spanish is my native language. So entonces el español es mi lenguaje natal.
Oh, nice. Sí, esa era la primera pregunta. ¿De dónde eres? So you scratched that one off already. So, la segunda pregunta para ti es, ¿qué te motivó a hacer videos en TikTok? So what motivated you to start making TikTok videos?
Pues fue de casualidad. It was by chance because so I always tell this story, but the summary is that when TikTok started being a thing, I remember people thought it was for little kids, right? So that was like, oh, this is for kids and it's never going to take off with these silly dances or whatever. And I remember I had a terrible boyfriend. Okay, we all have one of those. And so I remember telling him, like, I really feel like I should get on this TikTok stuff because it seems so fun and it's just the thing to do. I think it's going to take off. And I remember he said, well, I don't think you're going to make it because you're not that charismatic. And I was like, oh, wait. Like, the person that you really, you're with, and then they tell you like such a not, it's not a flaw. I get it. Maybe I'm not charismatic, but I didn't feel that way, right? So I said, okay, dump him. And then
Yes.
and then I was thinking, and I always loved makeup. So I was doing, we grew up watching these YouTube
Yes.
videos. So I'm like another generation. So getting to the younger generation es difícil, ¿no? Como yo tengo ya 30 y tantos años, entonces la audiencia es un poco menor. Ahora no, pero en ese tiempo sí, ¿no? Cuando recién empezó TikTok. So the audience was younger. I didn't think it was going to resonate, but I just did it for fun. And because when someone tells me you cannot do something, I'm like, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yes.
So yeah, I started doing, and I'm very passionate about my culture, where I come from. So I started doing makeup looks by Ima Sumac, which is a Peruvian icon, and I did Becky G, Jenny Rivera, and by the time Victoria Rufo, like novelas, because who doesn't love novelas? So I was doing all that, getting some traction, because whenever you're consistent in something, it's going to work out, right?
Right.
Entonces, cuando eres consistente, pues ves que tienes algunas personas que te ven. And then I did the Selena makeup. And I didn't post it on TikTok. I posted on Instagram, and it went viral on Instagram. And I remember thinking, oh, wow, like this is really nice that, one of my videos, people are watching it. It's so nice. But then people started saying, oh, you look like Selena. This is so spot on. And to be very honest, I still don't see the similarities because I see my face. I didn't see, so I try to do the best I can. But to me, in my humble opinion, every Latina looks like Selena, and that's why I love her so much, right? Because she looks like us, and we could see like this wonderful icon on TV dancing and moving like us and laughing like us and eating like us, and unapologetic, right? Anyway, so long story short, I posted the video on TikTok, and that skyrocketed. I was scared to the point that I closed the app.
Oh no.
For a month, because I was so scared that by all the comments, I mean, good and bad, I never received that much attention or threats or or hate or good comments even. So I was just so scared about it. I'm like, let me just close this little app because that's not for me. And then I got an email from, this was so long ago, I got an email from a parent. And he said, my little daughter, so-and-so, saw your video on TikTok, and I just wanted to say thank you, because before, anything that had to do, we are Mexican American, but for anything that we had to do with Spanish or our culture, she would not touch. She would not talk about it. She didn't want to know. And after watching your video, everything is Selena, this, Selena that, my birthday about Selena, I want to learn Spanish and all of that. And so that kind of, it was such a short email, but that really resonated with me. And I said, you know what? If there's a little girl out there that really, maybe lives in the US and wants to get in touch closer through, to their roots, how kids are, they're easily sometimes. And so, and I think Selena is a really great influence for every single kid, right? Like a figure of female empowerment. And so I thought, okay, well, let's keep doing it. And I tried doing different things, but people always ask me to go back to the Selena tributes. And so I was like, okay, I guess that my niche found me. I didn't look for my niche, but my niche found me. And that's how I got it started.
Oh, wow. And that's really interesting that it was not like planned or anything like that, and like you said, it found you. And you also touched base on something else that I wanted to talk about, and that's on the comments, right? And like, so there's a lot of pros, there's a lot of cons, right? hay muchas cosas positivas de lo que hacemos en TikTok o en social media de contenido de Selena, ¿verdad? There are some times that I've noticed that people can kind of get a little offended, right? So how do you deal with that? ¿Cómo solucionas eso?
Pues al principio yo no sabía cómo reaccionar, ¿no? Y te estoy hablando de acá ya 1 año y medio. No sabía cómo reaccionar ¿cómo se le dice? Al bullying.
Ajá, sí.
Al hate. I don't know how to react. Entonces, lo que yo hacía, me ponía pues triste o como te decía, cerraba la aplicación y decía, ay, no, que no. Pero después me di cuenta que yo estoy bien viajada. Ya pues tengo 30, ¿no? Y no me voy a poner a estar triste de un comentario de repente de una persona menor de edad que de repente no entiende lo que hago, o a veces pues son hombres mayores y señores y muchachos, ¿no? Y yo digo, ay, o sea, no me voy a poner. Lo que pasa es que y en mi vida como inmigrante a los Estados Unidos, aprendes esos tipos de maltrato, humillación en algunos casos. Entonces, como que siempre he pensado que si me siento triste por un comentario, es mi culpa, porque yo le doy permiso a alguien a hacerme sentir así, ¿verdad? Entonces, pues es solamente el hecho de, pues, hacerme más fuerte, ¿verdad? Y ya, pues, como yo recibo comentarios buenos, malos, bonitos, horribles o groseros todos los días, entonces ya llega un punto en que te vuelves, pero ¿cómo se le dice? Con el jabón, que todo te resbala, ¿verdad? Y entonces, pues ahora, como le dicen, the motto for me is, at least they're talking, right?
Right.
Entonces, al menos están hablando de mí, porque si eres una persona que tiene un canal social, de las redes sociales, lo que uno quiere al final es exposure, ¿verdad? Que a la gente, mal o bien que le venga, vean tu contenido porque trabajas muy fuerte en él. Entonces, malo o bueno, la cosa es que están hablando de una y eso es muy bonito. ¿Verdad? Que incluso, y a veces me ayuda. So sometimes even hateful comments are very helpful. For example, yo me acuerdo una muchacha puso algo de una forma obviamente muy grosera, pero dijo algo que tenía mucha razón. ¿Sabes qué? Que, bueno, no te voy a repetir lo que dijo, pero the gist of it was, your eyebrows don't look like Selena's brows, right? So I said, oh, that's good feedback. Let me go back and switch things a little bit, right? O de repente me dicen algo de, ay, que cuando que te volteas y por ahí no tienes nada, comentan mucho, que es muy triste, ¿no? Pero comentan mucho el cuerpo del ser, ¿no? Que es algo muy bajo y despreciable, ¿no? Pero en todo caso digo, ok, el cuerpo que tendrás la cara, pero no el cuerpo, algo así, que no sé qué me dijeron. Y dije, oh, entonces, pero nosotros lo que queremos hacer como artistas tributo es una ilusión, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Entonces, ya, déjame de repente ponerme cosas que me puedan ayudar a crear esa ilusión. Entonces, al final el comentario que me pareció un poco grosero y fuera de lugar, tomé lo positivo de eso y, déjame buscar mejor vestuario porque, como te decía antes de empezar, I don't know that many women who do this. So getting to know you, to me, it's such a pleasure because I learn from people like you and I look up to people like you because you've been doing this for way longer than I have and have found things that I don't know about. For example, imagine this shirt, right? So we had something like this, but she had like the little pearls here going on. So that's something to add. Those little details make a big difference in terms of the interpretation y la imitación, ¿no? La ilusión. Entonces, aprendí mucho de ver a people like you. I also admire, there's another person, Gypsy Rose.
Yes, that's
I
a good
admire
friend.
Gypsy so much, you know, so looking at her, at him, looking at you. So I think there's a couple girls also on TikTok that when I look at, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I learned so much from them, and some girls that are getting started. So I think that's
Yeah,
the thing. Like if we could all like get to one place at the same time together, that would be amazing.
yeah, and there actually used to be a place like that in
La
Corpus
fiesta
Christi.
de la flor, ¿verdad?
Yes, and ya no lo tienen. But yo tengo videos en mi canal as like a vlog. Y yo me iba de aquí de California y allá yo me encontraba con amigos como Gypsy, me encontraba con
Oh,
Ilana, con um,
Milana, oh my
otras
God.
amigas que hacen lo mismo, and it'll be so cool. We all get dressed together, we're all get helping each other out, and then we go to Fiesta de la Flor, and then everybody sees us with our outfits, and they're like, "Oh my God, they
It's
have that outfit! It's
impressive.
so cool." It's so cool. It was like Coachella, but for Selena.
I mean, now they're doing the what is the show? Bridgerton, that show, and everybody
Oh
dresses
yes,
up like in the Regency era, and
yes,
they get together and do that. So that is our thing, right? That is
right.
the one thing that keep us like connected, because we might not know each other, but the fact that we all are in this world, and there's nobody else who know how to do this, right? Like the hate that we get,
Yeah.
or the request of, for example, oh, can you come to the quinceañera? And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like, why would you, but it's amazing, like the learning how to do this in a professional way. And me getting started, I mean, I didn't think of myself as a professional, so it took a while for me to say, oh, okay, I think now. And I think it was Gypsy. I think Gypsy commented a hashtag or something, and he was like Selena Tribute artist or something on one of my posts, and that meant a lot to me, because
Mm.
coming from, so I admire all of you girls that do this. So like coming from somebody like him, and commenting that, and I was like, okay, maybe now I am, maybe
Yeah,
now. You're
that
right.
is nice. That's really nice that you found that very like inspiring to you. Vamos a otra pregunta. And este es más hacia los videos que haces. So the TikToks, the question is about what inspires you to do, like, to have creative thought and like ideas to recreate a video. So ¿cómo te inspiras para hacer algo creativo en TikTok relacionado a Selena?
Ya, pues está muy difícil esa pregunta, porque no nunca sabe. The fact that when I have to come up for, let's say, some content creators, and I'm sure you do too, we have content days, right? So we have
Yes.
our lives and everything, and then we separate. We have some time, and then we're organized about when we're going to shoot and things like that. But to me, sometimes I'm ready for it, as in my schedule is ready, and then I put on the makeup and I don't feel it. I'm like, oh no, she's not there. No, she's not there. I don't. Plus, I don't see myself as, oh, I look like, right. I get it with the smile. I think some people said, oh, it's just the smile, or I have small eyes, something like that. But sometimes you feel the charisma, and sometimes you don't. And so I play it by ear. Like I put on, I do the work, and I put on the makeup, and I try to do as similar as I can, because I don't look like this. This is not how I look like in real life. I don't know if you've seen my pictures,
I
right?
have, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so I look
Yes.
very different. This is just all makeup and hair, and the production type of the stuff that we do. So, and sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't. And when I don't, it's not worth it. I don't even try to do it.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. it's not authentic. It's just not there. And some days I'm like, oh yeah, I feel it. I'm feeling it, the energy, and you hype yourself up sometimes. It's like, oh,
Yes.
this video is the one, and you post it, you get 3 views.
Oh,
At
that
least you love
happens.
it.
But eventually it blows up. Eventually it gets to the round. So that's good. And I've seen a lot of really nice videos. I think one of my favorite ones is where you kind of have like the No Me Queda Más music video look. You have your hair up and you have like a nice like silver dress.
Oh,
And it's so nice. I'm just like, oh my God, that's, and that's one of the things that I've noticed about certain Selena tributes is that each one has a look that fits them, right? Porque nosotros sabemos que no nos parecemos a Selena, ¿verdad? Pero cada una que yo he visto hay un look que les hace ver espectacular y al punto que uno dice, oh wow, yo veo a Selena.
That's so kind of you to say thank you. Mónica, usted sabe que yo cuando yo crecí en Perú viendo telenovelas. Oh. Entonces yo soy de la generación de las telenovelas de María la del Barrio, María Mercedes, La Usurpadora. Entonces, yo soy muy fan de ese tipo de contenido y las canciones de Selena, ella sí, pues era una cantante, bailarina, pero también era una actriz en el escenario. Sí. Entonces le ponía mucho drama, ¿no? Que incluso en los reviews at the time, some of them were like, she's so over dramatic. Right? So I read that and I was like, and that's her thing. That is her thing. And so cuando hago los tributos de esas canciones tristes con el esto del mariachi y todo eso, I kind of target that telenovela side, right? Like, Nandito, like, yeah. La maldita, esas cosas que le decía la Soraya Montenegro, o ¿no? Las villanas, o o Thalía cuando estaba muy triste, y los ojitos se le ponen para abajo, dando una cosa así. Y eso es lo que bueno, muchas gracias por decirme eso, porque a mí mi parte favorita de los tributos son las canciones tristes.
Oh, yes.
Me gustan mucho.
La próxima, ¿cómo se dice? Next. La próxima pregunta. Sí. ¿A qué edad conociste a Selena?
Pues yo era una niña muy tímida. I was a very shy girl. Even at school, nobody, you know how they pick you for Mother's Day, then like shows, Father's Day, whatever. Cuando te escogen para hacer cosas en el colegio, Día de la Madre, Día del Padre, lo que sea. Nunca me escogían a mí. Porque, no, Violeta no baila, Violeta no, no, que no se mueve bien. So it is hilarious to me that now I do this. Because
oh my God.
I'm like, see, I could have danced in Mother's Day show. But anyway, so I was a very shy girl, and sometimes, yo tenía 5 años, me invitaban a los cumpleaños de los otros niños, and I never wanted to go, but I had to, because I had a sister, we had to go together. So I would go, and I would always like Tecnocumbia, La Carcacha. So I was familiar with the songs, but I was 5, so I don't know. And or 4, 3 years old, right? So, but I would dance to that, and I told this story briefly in one live. But long story short, there was this. I hate clowns. Okay, I don't like. Una vez hubo un show, un cumpleaños, y trajeron al payaso, y yo, oh my God. Y yo estaba pues ahí temblando en una esquina, y cuando se acaba el show del payaso, pues le pagan al payaso, y el payaso tiene su media hora. So the clown got to go, and they changed the song to Tecnocumbia. Ooh. And I remember that because when the show from the payaso was over, and they switched to the Tecnocumbia song, I felt safe again. because the rhythm is very, if you think about it, they have a little bit of a rap. Este es el ritmo de cumbia que you have that, you have the merengue, you have the cumbia, and so like they have so many, that song, and I remember hearing A.B. Quintanilla talking about that song. And they have so much of it's that song is so ahead of its time. And so I remember me being 5 years old thinking like, oh, I hear this sound and then this sound all in one song, and I felt so good. So that was the very first time that I was like, oh, I really like this music. And then of course I was a child, so I didn't know when all of this happened, and I was in Peru, but the movie played, the Selena movie played. And I started crying because I said, but I love this singer, the Tecnocumbia song. And it was, and that was the last time I saw the whole movie. And I was 5. I can't watch that movie.
Oh my God.
I will watch on YouTube pequeñas partes, pero nunca la he visto completa otra vez. Solo la vi esa vez.
Oh my God.
I feel like if I were to watch that whole movie, like I need a support system. Like I need you, I need Gypsy, I need Ilana. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's so sad. And you know, like I can relate to that. It's taken me a long time, you know. I think that now as an adult, like I'm able to watch it, but I think that if you get to read Chris's book, we were talking about this earlier, you know, Chris, Selena's husband, wrote a book about her. I couldn't sleep for 3 days. I was crying for 3 days because the ending and how like the raw feeling that you get from him, like the emotions that he was going through at the time is just so sad. And he expresses that in the book. And it, you know, I highly recommend that book, you know, to Selena with Love, you know, está también en español. Y es algo que yo pensé, oh, like yo ya puedo ver la película de Selena, you know, like ya tengo un poco más de costumbre de verla, especialmente el final. Pero cuando leí el libro de Chris, it was like, oh my God, era el mismo sentimiento all over again. And I understand. Yo entiendo muy bien lo que sientes, and I know how hard it is.
I'm so happy to hear that, because when I go live and I say that, people are like, what? There's no way. You're supposed to be a fan. How can you not do that? And I'm like, well, because we get to do this every week, basically, right? We dress up as, we look at her pictures, we listen to her music, we analyze her movements, and so yeah, it's difficult. It's a sad story. And I mean, no matter what, at the end of the day, es una historia muy triste.
Sí.
Entonces, nosotros ponemos, obviamente, porque Selena is an icon. It's like, I don't know, you see shows of Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, right? These huge icons, and Selena is at that, in my opinion, Selena is at that level, and everybody should be the same.
Yes.
So of course, they're gonna be in the future, I imagine, like more Netflix movies, more Vegas shows, and all of that, right? Like for people like us, it's hard.
Oh, yes. Eso, y de casualidad, ¿no recuerdas escenas de la película? Do you by any chance remember any like scenes? Or like you have seen some of them, right? Like the online?
Right. So I watched the scenes that I really like the pizza one. I know it, I love it. I watch it almost like every week because I love it. It's so funny to me. And of course, like when Chris gets kicked out.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really hard. And in terms of the series, I had the chance to work with Netflix US and Netflix en Español to promote the series. And I got really far. So I watched the whole season 1, and then season 2, I'm only like 2 episodes away, and on purpose.
Oh,
I don't want to watch the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Interesting. And so, let me see, what was the next question? Oh, so ¿qué es tu atuendo de Selena favorito?
I love the earrings, and one of the things that I love also is the cow print outfit. I think
yes. Cute. Yes, it's so
It
adorable.
looks so cute on YouTube. I
Oh, you
saw
see that? Yeah.
I love that on YouTube because it's so cute, and she has so many boosters. And I always say, when people want to get you down or whatever, it's not for every girl to go out there with a bra. Okay,
Right.
it's not easy.
Yes.
So especially if you're a Latina and you come from a Latina household, it's an empowerment thing.
Yes, really.
So
Yeah, it's like, and when you think of that, it's like, I remember when I told my dad I wanted to do this, and he's like, why? Why? But like, pero papá, usted es fan de Selena, ¿cómo? Pero inmediatamente se enfocó en que yo soy papá, yo soy tu papá, y no te puedes vestir así. And for it to be, what's it called, respectful, right? Because Selena era respetuosa al mismo tiempo. So it's really hard to merge both of those things together.
yeah,
right?
it's a balance. You can be sexy without being very explicit about it. And I think
Yes.
that's a very she was a very feminine woman, right? And but I turn it to you. What is your favorite outfit from Selena?
Oh my God, it's so hard. I love a lot of Selena's outfits. I, you know,
I got you.
yeah, you did. I think I have categories. Lo tengo yo en categorías en lo que me gusta ver. Los photoshoots, la categoría de photoshoots, a mí me gustan mucho los blazers que se ponía ella. Había uno que era negro con embroidery, gold embroidery.
De Martín, que le hizo el designer, right?
Yeah, so es uno que era de
con los tigres
con the lion crest.
The lion.
That one's so nice. And then a mí me gusta otro que es como a watercolor. Tiene muchos colores.
Oh, the yellow with the, oh my God.